Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a really wild physiological mystery. We're going to uncover exactly why your body reacts to money the absolute same way it responds to a physical threat. So if you've ever felt this sudden wave of sheer panic when dealing with your finances, even when you know deep down you're perfectly fine, well, you're definitely going to want to stick around. Because it isn't just about budgeting. It's about how your body is literally wired for survival. All right, let's jump right in. Picture this. You grab your phone, you open up your banking app, and honestly, before you even see the number, your stomach just tightens into a knot. Your heart starts racing, your shoulders are creeping up towards your ears. But here's the really crazy part. Your account is totally fine. You're not overdrawn, you're not in any actual danger. So why in the world is your body bracing for a literal attack just from opening an app?
Well, it turns out your actual bank balance, that isn't the problem at all. The real issue is happening inside your nervous system. That's right. We're talking about an involuntary neurological reaction. We're going to explore why absolutely no amount of budgeting advice, no fancy spreadsheet, and no financial guru is ever going to fix a fear response that isn't even happening in the thinking part of your brain. To actually fix this, we have to dig way deeper into how our bodies process danger.
Think about a literal predator chasing you through the woods versus that sinking dread of figuring out how to cover rent. To you and me, obviously, those are two completely different things. But to your brain, it honestly cannot tell the difference between them. None at all. Financial uncertainty and physical danger, they both register as the exact same survival level threat. This whole misfire happens in this tiny almond-shaped part of your brain called the amygdala. It's basically your brain's master alarm center. And the thing is, it processes threats completely without using language or logic. This is exactly why telling yourself perfectly logical facts like, hey, I have enough saved, or my job is super secure, totally fails to calm you down. You're trying to reason with a part of your brain that literally doesn't understand words. It only understands two things: threat and safety. But here's something absolutely crucial to understand. This intense physical reaction, it doesn't just pop up out of nowhere. It definitely doesn't start the day you get your first credit card. Actually, this deep-seated fear is built and completely ingrained into your nervous system decades before you ever had a single dime of your own to manage. Let's trace how this actually happens. Financial psychologists call these unconscious childhood beliefs money scripts, and they usually start forming before you even turn 7. As a kid, you absorb the tension in the room, right? You hear those hushed arguments about bills, or maybe you see the very real fear on your parents' faces when they're dealing with debt. All of that tension gets encoded into your developing brain as one simple, powerful equation: money equals danger. And you carry that whole package right into adulthood. You might be earning a totally stable income now, but your body, it's still running on that old, outdated fear. It's wild because you can grow up, put on a suit, land a great job, and earn a rock-solid income. But you're still walking around carrying a survival script written by an 8-year-old who was just watching their parents worry. The income changed, the script didn't. Basically, your nervous system is trapped in a time loop. And this actually brings us to a super strange, almost unbelievable paradox. It explains something that seems completely crazy on the surface: why some of the wealthiest people alive still feel this immense, paralyzing panic about their finances. I mean, if it were really just about the math, millionaires would literally never worry, right? But they do, all the time. This wealth paradox exists because your nervous system flat out ignores external evidence. You could literally be sitting on a vault full of cash, but if that inner child hasn't experienced physical safety, your brain is just going to keep sounding the alarm. The system is only updated by repeated physically felt experiences of safety. So if a highly successful person never explicitly taught their body that the childhood threat passed, they're going to experience the exact same biological panic as someone staring at a zero balance. That is exactly why that tired old advice to just earn more money completely fails to fix financial anxiety for most people. Slapping a bigger number on a screen doesn't just magically turn off a biological alarm system. The only real, lasting fix is teaching the body an entirely new pattern of safety. Okay, now we are getting to the absolute core of the trop. We're going to look at the exact behavioral mechanism that keeps rebuilding this fear response inside your body, day after day after day. It's known as the avoidance loop. And trust me, just recognizing it is a massive first step to finally breaking it. Let's walk through this loop step by step. Step 1, the alarm fires, your chest gets tight, the racing thoughts kick in. Then we go straight to step 2, avoidance. You swipe away the banking app notification, or maybe you panic spend, or even aggressively hoard cash. Then we hit step 3. You feel this real palpable relief. Why? Because you avoided the quote-unquote threat. But then comes step 4, and this is the most dangerous part, reinforcement. Every single time you cope by avoiding your finances, that little wave of relief tells your brain, whoa, good call. That bank account was super dangerous, and we survived by ignoring it. It literally rebuilds and strengthens the alarm for the next time. And honestly, this leads to such an incredibly validating realization. You're avoiding your finances because your body is just trying to protect you from a threat that already ended years ago. Just let that sink in for a second. You are not experiencing a discipline problem. You're not lazy, you're not bad with money. You are simply trapped in an uncompleted survival response. And the amazing news here is that because it's just a learned biological response, it can absolutely be retaught. So there's just this massive disconnect. Your reality, your actual spreadsheet, is perfectly fine. It's calm. It tells a story of total security. But your nervous system? It's huddled in a corner, explosive, and bracing for impact. Your spreadsheet is totally chill, but your nervous system never got the memo.
So I want to take a quick second and ask you directly, did this explainer just call out a physical reaction that you have felt for years, but you've never actually been able to put a name to? Give yourself a quick gut check right now. Have you been beating yourself up and blaming yourself for what is literally just a biological survival mechanism? Seriously, ask yourself, is your relationship with money actually based on logic and the present moment? Or is it secretly just running on those old childhood survival instincts? If what we covered today resonated with you even a little bit, you've got to join us for our next explainer. We're going to break down the exact step-by-step technique that therapists use to teach your nervous system that money is safe again. And we'll show you exactly why willpower was never, ever going to work in the first place. So think about that, and I'll catch you in the next one.